What is going on, you guys? It is your boy Cyrus Obsidian here at Obsidian Games, here to jump into our Phantom Nightmare sneak peek. Let us dive right in. So today is our locals sneak peek tonight, and we are going to be attending. We're going to pick up the kit, get some of the packs, and participate in the box case tourney. See if we can top and take that. I know my reputation does not prove otherwise, that we are capable, but just so you know, we are going and we're going to give it our all, and we are going to swing into action to see if we can, and it truly will surprise everyone as we dual-tane our way to top. So without further ado, let me show you the grandiose deck that we are playing today in Supreme King Pendulum Magicians. So let's check out the profile. All right, let us show you my updated profile that we're going to be using for tonight. So to kick things off, we are playing our one and lovely Astrograph Sorcerer with 3 Supreme King Gate Magicians, 1 Supreme King Gate 0, 2 Dragon Darkworm, and 1 Dragon Lightworm. So this is I will say it till I die, this is like the standard Supreme King engine you want to run. Astrograph, fits as a Supreme King, but he isn't a Supreme King. He just isn't searchable, which is really unfortunate, but you still want to play one of him because he is just a really good card to play. Moving on to the rest of our engine, so we are playing 3 Skullcrobat Joker. So the Joker pretty much gets us almost everything in this deck, with the exception of the Darkworm, the Gate 0 Astrograph, and the Lightworm. He can get us into our Gate 0, which is really critical and really important, and he can get us into the rest of this, into Harmonizing, which we play 2 copies of, 3 copies of Double Iris, 3 copies of Wisdom Eye, with 1 copy of Oath Dragon Magician. So this is a little bit reduced of an engine that we were playing last time. We were playing the Dissolver, the Synchron, and the Pendulum Sorcerer. We decided to omit those 3 because it was really gimmicky, really cool to play that version of the deck, but I think to be a little bit more consistent, be a little bit more not having those dead 1-ofs in hand, we're going to stick with this, so that way we are seeing more of our consistency cards. Which, bringing us to consistency, we are playing 3 copies of Wings of Light with 1 star, 1 time. So Wings of Light gets us into any Supreme King Dragon, Supreme King Gate, which is really critical. And then, as much against my better judgment, we are playing 3 Dragon Shrine with the 1 Foolish Burial. This might be a little bit overkill just so we can get Darkworm into the graveyard, but we are wanting to see any of these sooner before we see our Darkworm. Because seeing Darkworm in hand and not one of these kind of hurts. So hopefully seeing this first before the Darkworm comes in. And then next, some just last staples that we are playing. We are playing 1 Tactics with 1 Called By. In the past we were playing 2 Tactics and a Called By. I decided to go with just 1 because a lot of times I somehow always had 2. And I only played 2. So if we play 1, it'll come up when we need it the most, and that's at least what I'm hoping for. Then we're playing 3 copies of Ash, 3 copies of Droll, and 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence, because I felt like needing a 3rd hand trap was going to help push us a little bit more in games that really mattered. And then moving to our extra deck, we are playing just the 1 Odd-Eyed Vortex Dragon, still the 1 and only, as he is just really key, being an Omni Negate and such. And then we're playing 1 Borreload Savage and 1 Baron de Fleur for kind of just, again, more Omni Negates. And then our Xyz line is a little heavier than what we're used to. We're playing 1 Dweller, 1 Bagooska, 1 Odd Eyes Absolute, 1 Typhon, and 1 Odd Eyes Rebellion Xyz Dragon. So we're able to play Absolute just so we can use it as material and then get into Vortex. So we're not playing the fusion materials in our main deck. And then Bagooska, so thinking about it, we go Darkworm to Grave, Darkworm to Special, Darkworm to Searches, right? And if we get Drolled and we have a level 4 like Wisdom Eye, Skullcrobat, Double Iris, we can just normal summon, go Bagooska, pass. And we're still solid. Dweller, the same thing, but if we're playing against like Graveyard Reliancy, that's where that will come in. And then Typhon is just also just really great overall, and Rebellion is our cost to send for the Supreme King Gate Magician. And then our links here, this can be flexed as needed. We're playing 1 IP, 2 Beyond, 1 Selene, 1 Exceed, 1 Apo, and 1 Axis Code Talker. If we had the Little Knight, I think Little Knight will be in place of a Beyond. And then Selene is also another flex spot that we could put for Synchros. So that's why our side deck is a little interesting. I think with Pendulums, a lot of the times I have an issue where I side in extra deck space. And so that's what we're doing here as well. We're siding in the Ignister Prominence, the Scarlight, or the Psychic End Punisher. Just Ignister being a non-targeting removal is really nice. Scarlight for time, and Psychic End Punisher because we do pay our life points with the Beyonds. You know, most of the times we're really below, so Psychic End Punisher can help us close games. And then this will look similar to my last extra deck where we're playing triple copies of Nib, triple copies of DD Crow, with 3 copies of Crossout, and then 3 copies of Evenly Matched, just to kind of round things up together. So yeah, that is my side deck, extra deck, and main deck for our new Pendulum Magicians. And we're gonna head over to our sneak peek right now to see how we can do at our sneak peek with this deck.
What is going on, you guys? It is your boy Cyrus Obsidian here at our local spot. We are at our sneak peek for Phantom Nightmare. We did pull some decent stuff. We got one of the Goblin Biker Gaboinga's secrets for our sneak peek kick. That was about it. We picked up some Raid Raptor stuff, which is really cool. But anyways, round 1, we play against Fire King on our pen, and Droll sucks. So we got Droll twice. I know we're maining it, but yeah, we lose to Droll, and that kind of just hurt hard. So yeah, we end up taking a quick loss with like, what, 20, 15 minutes left in the round or something like that. Little Stitch over there is keeping me company. So yeah, there's a lot of turnout, a lot of good decks being played, so we're on the fence how well we'll do tonight, but we are still going to keep playing. We're going to play our hardest and see how well we can take with Pendulum Magician. So let's see where the rest of this tourney takes us. Okay, you guys, so round 2, we play against Horus Orcust Adventure, which was really cool to see. My opponent went first both times. He was able to establish his board, and then we were able to crack it. That clutch triple tactics talent. Like I said, we play 1 copy, we'll see it. And so we saw it. We were able to take his IP Masquerena to make our own Beyond the Pendulum, and we were able to just pop off game 1. Game 2 was a little bit of a back and forth grind. I was thinking really hard on how I should play it, and he got rid of my Beyond the Pendulum, which is what I was expecting him to hit. And then we went into Psychic End Punisher because we played that in the side, and we sided it in at the cost of taking out my Beyond the Pendulum, my second one. But we live and learn. Should have taken out IP Masquerena instead. And we were able to secure a W, just jacking up Psychic End Punisher by entering battle phase each time, using its effect boost. And we just were able to control it that way. He couldn't swing over, and we take the win. So we're 1-1 right now, going into round 3 here in a couple minutes, and we'll see where we go from there. Otherwise, we're looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy. Round 1 was a little bit of a tough fruition, playing against Fire King, but hey, we live and learn. We live and learn. So let's see. All right, so totally missed round 3 since we went to time, but round 3 we play against Runic Chimera. We have a really good match, or good odds of playing that deck, it seems like. We're just always constantly playing against it. Anyways, game 1, we set up the nuts. Couldn't do anything. Game 2 was a lot of back and forth. Like, literally, I sat on Psychic End Punisher for a really long time, and I'm like, this is dumb. I'm wasting time. And I'm taking the loss. Game 3 was some back and forth. I could not ultimately set up my board, and led to my demise where we lost to time. Unfortunate. Dang it, Beyond the Pendulum. Dang it. So round 4, we play against Virtual World Punk, which you can check out my version of that deck right up there, and the combo guide with it. Really fun seeing it. Game 1, we set up the nuts. Or, how did it go? Game 1, he set up. I had the Ash to kind of stop him, and passed it to me. I set up, broke his board, won the game. Game 2 was a lot of just like trading back and forth. I sat on Vortex for a long time. He was using that to negate. Got too greedy. He hit me with the Nibiru. And then we were able to take a recovery, and we were able to take the game. Again, got a little greedy, but we were prepared for it. So we're 2-2 right now, which isn't bad. We have one more round. We'll see what happens in the last round. I definitely am not topping. Probably just best to draw out, but I paid, so we're staying. All right, so round 5. Last and final round, we play against Horus Bestial Therion, I think. Game 1, we just set up the nuts, and he tried baiting things, and I was like, nah, that's fine. And I just went for the kill when it came back to me. Game 2, he was the one that set up the nuts, and I was like, what the frick is this hand? He ended up taking it. Game 3, same thing. Like, I was like, what the frick is this hand? But we had Astral and BD Crow, so we were ready. We were able to set up Baron with Beyond the Pendulum and Pass. So we had all those hand traps that I mentioned with Wings of Light in hand, so we were able to have some follow-up. And we were able to get rid of my scale, so that way we were able to set up the scales, since we had to go Supreme King Dragon Dark Worm and Supreme King Gate 0 in the scales, and we were locked in the dark, but we were able to play successfully through, and we were able to go for an overkill kill to take game 3 to top 3-2 tonight. So we'll see where we land in standings, but considering that I have been bouncing back and forth between table 7 and table 6, I don't think I've gone too far. So we'll see though, we'll see. It was a big event, so we'll see if we place in top 8. So stay tuned.
Check it, guys. 8th. We made it.
Alright, you guys, so here are my prize winnings for the sneak peek tonight. So let's open it up to see what we get. Hoping for some good cards, but we'll see what we get. Oh, we get a super and a psychic arsenal, and yeah, don't care about the rest. Pack number 2. Another super. That's bad. Smack it for the good luck. Let's see something. And ooh, Magic card. You did want that, so that's really nice. But another super nonetheless. Let me give you my report now. Alright you guys, that is it for local diaries. So we did take 8, squeeze our way in there to get prizing, going 3-2 with Pendulum Magician. Honestly, I had such a blast tonight at Sneak Peek. Things were really great. We were able to play against some really high competitive decks, playing against Fire Kings, playing against Runic Chimera, playing against the Horus engine, Orchist. It was just a blast overall tonight. And what was crazy, the deck that topped the event tonight was actually branded. So cool to see that some decks just aren't dead. So again, remember guys, like, comment, subscribe. Keep on coming back as we'll have more content for you here in the future. And as always, we will pass it over to you, duelists.